about that and more coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we have arrived at the start of another NFL season, the most exciting time of the year. And CD, both of these storied teams we're about to see trying to take a step forward this year. Philadelphia, a lot of optimism there that they can get in the postseason and make some noise. Detroit, of course, we know the story of their franchise. They're just trying to get out of that NFC North basement.
But one thing I know about you, partner, you're extremely empathetic, and you do feel for those Lions fans because they have not had a postseason win to celebrate since 1991. They are excited about the...
The Eagles ready to go here in 2022 with a new quarterback in the fold, and it's this man, the veteran, in his 5th NFL campaign.
And this was a franchise that was looking to make a move at the quarterback position. Now, I'm not sure that this is going to wind up being a move that excites the fan base, though, because you're bringing in a guy who's been around a few years, but never really had any great deal of success where you say, here, take over the offense and everyone loves it. It's a big risk, but they believe in their guy, and they're willing to give him a chance.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. So, Charles, we talk about the new man under center, and he comes into this game with an 8-5 record as a starter over his first 4 years in the NFL. But the difference now, this is the first time that he's been the opening week starter.
Well, you certainly talked about it. You alluded to it. He's shown flashes over the last 4 years. But after we've been in at this point, a very small sample size. 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, throwing another 4 scores on the ground. It's certainly a limited body of work. But now, for at least one season, he's the man here. And it's the opportunity he's been waiting for.
You know, partner, we talked to this young man earlier in the week, and he went on and on about how his experience backing up Derek Carr for the last 4 years put him in the position he's in now as a starter.
He sure did, because he went on and on about how Derek Carr is the definition of a true professional, and how despite year in and year out noise surrounding Derek Carr about whether he was a Super Bowl caliber starting quarterback or not, Carr never wavered, showed up at work, tried to unite the team, make everyone better, make himself better, and he said he wanted to be that same kind of presence now that he's a QB1.
You talk more about this new quarterback, Charles. What are the challenges you see for him taking over as the Week 1 starter?
Partner, you bring up the challenges. Let's go with what we know already. He's produced in limited opportunities, and we've also seen that he has a flair for the big moments. 2 of his 8 wins, they came in primetime games. On the flip side, getting to know the playbook, understanding his teammates, relating to them, can he also make the most of his talents as the guy?
The throw over the middle taken in. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, that's a good throw right there. This is a big game for this man at quarterback. He's a QB1 to start the year for the first time in his career, and he's determined not to let this opportunity get away from him.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. CD, you've got Manny Kahue calling the shots for this offense. His 2nd year as an offensive coordinator in the league. How do you see his crew on this side of the ball performing this year?
Well, partners, you and I both know, and everyone else around the league, Manny was a popular head coaching candidate for this year. But he told all the teams he was interested in remaining a coordinator for a bit so he could...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
Yeah, one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Complete to Miles Sanders.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way. First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And you know Carter Landry is on the sideline smiling after that one. Remember, the former tight end joined Manny Kahue's offensive staff this spring, and he has been a big advocate of getting the tight ends involved in the passing game.
Yeah, we remember him as a solid tight end in this league for a number of years, and while his playing days just ended, he jumps right into the coaching ranks. And I think he's a great fit and a great get for this offensive staff. With his knowledge and experience, I think he can move up quickly over the next few years.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's into the hands of Pascal. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns thus far. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. They're going to look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver still gets a point there? Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense. And guys...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Alex Anzalone coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll set up to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and the tackle going to be made at the 38. 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll look to throw again. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move him enough to pick up a 1st down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Lions will take over. So now the Eagles trailing 17-10, 43 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone. Unbelievable. A defensive collapse on the final play, and Charles, they can tie it with a PAT.
I cannot believe that.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Dancing away at the 30.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
That's the kind of throw that they're looking for right there, and that's a big reason why the management, the general manager, the head coach, they all believed in this guy going into the offseason and said to him, this is your time, this is your chance, and many more throws like that, and they'll all be walking around with big grins for the rest of the season.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Philadelphia, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next.